And on to part 3. So, since I don't feel like filling up another video with just a bunch of rambling about people I've reconnected with, I'm just gonna leave that one as it was. And I'm moving on to, unfortunately, jumping on the Twitter bandwagon. I know. I swore I was never gonna freaking do it, but I did. I barely friggin' use it. I think on 2, maybe 3 different occasions I've actually updated, and I've otherwise pretty much forgotten about the damn thing, because I really don't care. I have a live journal. I like to talk a lot, as I'm sure you've probably surmised, but yeah. If I want to write something, I write it on LiveJournal. If I just have a quick little update, I put it on Facebook. What use do I really have for a Twitter? None. But I got strong-armed into it, so I've got one. It's at Jenny OneNote, if you're interested. So there's that, and more horrifyingly, I found out Kimmy has one. And I think that's like against the law, actually, for somebody as young as her to have one. But that's neither here nor there, because it exists, she's got it, and she interacts with people on it. And what's more horrifying is that she's like written messages to that Justin Bieber, I don't know how you pronounce it exactly, but the Justin Bieber guy, I'm just gonna say it's pronounced like that because I really don't feel like asking her how you say it. But yeah, and going on about how hot he is and da. I was just like, oh, ew. I so did not need to hear or see that. So I not friended, I guess, but I started following her on it, which is what you do on there for anybody who's not on the Twitter bandwagon, which seems like everybody is these days. I found Eden Regal on there too, so I'm very happy. But anyway, as I was saying, I added her on there. I think I scared her off the site. Like, one update is all it took, and she hasn't updated since. I wrote something like, I'm watching Hannah Montana, and I would totally do Billy Ray Cyrus. I think she's horrified. I think she's not using Twitter again, and I'm kind of hoping that means she won't watch Hannah again either, but that worked way better than I expected it to. But that aside, unfortunately, just scaring her away from Twitter hasn't scared her away from wanting to play Miley in that online roleplay game Must Be Pop, which, yeah, I've been in for, God, 2.5 years now as Liza. Yeah, I know, anonymity be damned, so I know there is not a single other video on YouTube about it. I'm the first one to get up the balls. Just admit it, because, I mean, really, what am I hiding? Anybody with, like, 2 brain cells can figure out that I'm, like, the only person on Earth who would play somebody like that, but, so, yeah, there's that, which is awkward. I've got her, I've got a bunch of other people in it, too, but, yeah, and Kimmy decided, that looks like fun, I want to be Miley, and I was like, no, you do not want to play with the assholes that pretty much make up the entirety of this community. There is, let's see, at current count, there are how many members? I have the master list bookmarked. There are currently 924 members right now. Of those, most people in the game have at least 2 characters. Just saying. A lot of them have more than that. I have more than that. I have more than that just in that particular gene pool, but anyway, I've got at least a dozen right now, but hardly any of them get updated regularly, but that's beside the point. So, Kimmy decided she wants to be a member there, and I basically told her, hell to the fucking no, you're not doing it, because not only would she have to interact with these people, you pretty much have to be on Instant Messenger, and we're trying to keep her away from Instant Messengers as long as freaking possible, just because, not gonna lie, we don't trust her, you know? She's young, she's easily swayed in the things she believes, so, you know, 11-year-olds do not need to be on Instant Messengers. I learned this the hard way, even though when I was 11 there was no Instant Messengers yet, but there were chat rooms. And there were a lot of creepers, which I wish I could have been steered clear of at that age, but I wasn't. Luckily I made it out alright, but My other sister, on the other hand, oh my god, she met, like, creepers from Canada and Virginia, and she, like, one of them sent her a free computer, another one came all the way down from Canada to come see her, decided they were engaged, showed up at church with her that Sunday to announce this, and they had, like, only met each other in person for, like, 3 or 4 days beforehand. It was the creepiest thing I've ever fucking seen, oh my god. Not to mention this guy was fat. He was disgusting. Oh, God. Ew. I mean, I have nothing against meeting people online, like meeting up with them in real life, but you gotta draw the line somewhere. I'm sorry. You're not gonna do that after that amount of time. It just, no. No. And I mean, I had my red flags go up as soon as he claimed, oh yeah, I've been to Liza Minnelli's tea room in Canada. And I was like, excuse me, she doesn't have a fucking tea room. And if she did, it would not be in goddamn Canada. Just saying. Just like, you're a lying asshole. I don't know what type of wool you're trying to pull over whose eyes here, but you're a creeper. Get the hell away from my sister. But eventually she shook him, but dude, even after they broke up, yeah, I use that term very loosely, seeing as I don't even believe that was a real relationship as far as my standards go, but, basically, he stalked her for, like, a year and a half after they broke up, and I was so creeped out, and this was, like, before the whole thing where she went off and screwed one of the teacher's aides at her school, even though she was under 18, and all sorts of crap. It was this whole big mess. I don't want to go into it, and if she sees this, she's gonna kick my ass too, so I seem to get my ass kicked by a lot of people, so, yeah, trying to think, what else? Yeah, must be pop bad. Although, that said, even though I don't want Kimmy in it, I'm very happy with the sudden influx of Broadway kids that have suddenly joined up. I'm just like, ooh, I could get into this, because I was losing interest in it. It was just sort of updating just to be there and to hold the role, because I'm not giving it up. No matter how badly people want me out of there, I'm not giving up that role, so I'll be there until the game frickin' ends, even though it could be years. It's been around for the better part of a decade, as far as I know. But yeah, I'm not budging. But yeah, there's a bunch of Broadway people in there all of a sudden. I'm like, holy crap, names I actually know and am familiar with. This is nice, because most modern stars, I don't know who they are. I don't give a crap who they are, because that's really not my scene, and I don't care. So, this is my speed, and I'm liking it, so I'm pretty much clinging to them, and it's nice. So, there's that, which sort of leads me into the whole current events type things. Where should I go first with this? There's so many things that have happened since my last video blog that I should just, like, do one for each of them, but I could have, like, about 1 million of these videos if I do that, so I'll try and smush them all into as short a time as possible. First one, just because, yeah, it needs to be said, Tiger Woods. You saw it coming a mile away, I'm sure, because everybody else has been talking about him. I'm not even entirely sure of what he did. As far as I can see, he had a mistress, or mistresses, I guess I should say. There have been multiple ones coming out of the woodwork like termites. And that's about as much as I know of it. What I want to know is, why does this matter? Why is there such a controversy over it? He's not the first celebrity to have freaking mistresses or be cheating on a spouse. You know, there have been hundreds, if not thousands, of people before him that have done it. I'm sure there'll be just as many after him. Why is he so freaking special? Why does this matter? I don't get it. Can somebody explain it to me? Because it's over my head. I really don't feel like reading up on it, because I'm not interested in sports or athletes. I'm just kind of curious. Why is everybody so worked up over this dude? It just makes no sense to me. Once again, 10-minute mark, so let's go on to a part 4.